Hello all and welcome to another pickups video, and today I've got for you a couple of odd bits. I've got some amazing gifts which I've been very fortunate enough to receive, and then finally in the video I'll be showing you a mini console. Yes, I've got myself a mini console which I'm really pleased to have. So let's start with a couple of odd bits, and yes, they have been staring at you on screen this whole time since I've been talking to you from the start. And the very first item is this SCART to HDMI scale converter by a company there which I'm not going to try to pronounce. So how did I come about this? Well, I wanted to stream some Sega Dreamcast on the channel. Now what I use to play my Sega Dreamcast normally is this little piece here, and when I'm just playing games and not streaming, I still do use this piece here. You plug that end into your Dreamcast, and then your HDMI lead goes into there, into your TV, and you can play it on your modern HDMI TV with no issues. Honestly, no issues at all. Never get any lag, nothing wrong with the picture or anything like that. However, when the HDMI lead goes from this into an Elgato capture card, which you need for streaming, or I need for streaming, it comes up with a screen sizing issue. And I tried lots of things to get around that screen sizing issue using this. I tried adjusting settings in the software. I tried running it through a HDMI splitter. I tried running it through another capture device as well. Nothing worked. So I put it to a WhatsApp group that I'm in. I said, guys, girls, can you help me? I've got this screen sizing issue here with the Elgato. Can you recommend any ways that I could potentially get round it? And that is when the legend that is Retroredsteve took a picture of an item that he had. It was this very thing here, and said that he uses it for capturing retro gaming console footage, and that it might be able to do the trick for me as well. So with that, I ordered one of these off Amazon for £14.99. It came in a little box like this, and then obviously with the Dreamcast, when I bought it off of CEX, it came with this lead. There you go, and plug that into the Dreamcast, and then obviously it goes into a little SCART converter here for me, which came with the Dreamcast. So pleased that it came with the Dreamcast. Just notice there, Xbox 360. I've actually got one of these as well, spare too. So yes, that came with the Dreamcast. So then I was able to plug that in to this little device here to try it out in the hope that it would work. You need also to power it up. It also comes with a little power lead here, so plug that into there. The other end is just a USB socket, if I can get my hands sorted out. So yeah, it's just a little there. You can plug that into any device to power it, any USB socket. I plugged it into my laptop. That works. I believe you can also use a phone plug charger. Just take the lead out and plug it into that, and that will work. So yes, then whack a HDMI lead into that end after you put the Dreamcast into that end. Wax it into the Elgato, and to my pleasure, it worked. It actually worked. Yes, the screen quality probably wouldn't have been as sharp as if it had been directly through a HDMI lead with the other device, but the picture quality was still good and very watchable. It's got a little switch on here to flick it between 1080p and 720p. Tend to find by knocking it down to 720p, there's absolutely no lag issues at all, or any connectivity issues at all. But absolutely fantastic. Steve, you're a legend. This worked an absolute charm. In fact, I've already done one stream of Virtua Striker 2 version 2000.1 with this already, and we'll be doing more in the future. So this little item here cost me £14.99, and when I went to check out on Amazon, because that's where I bought it from, it flashed up £4.49 for delivery. But what also flashed up was the fact that it was included in a promotion where if you spend £20 worth of qualifying items, which this was a qualifying item, then you get free postage. So obviously £14.49, £4.49 postage. We're not far away from 20 quid here. So if I spend an extra 50 something p on an item rather than the postage charge, then we get free postage, plus we get another item for technically a little bit less. And last time that happened, I bought a Funko Pop, and this time I bought a Funko Pop again, and this time I went for Street Fighter 2's Chun-Li. Now, why did I go for that? Well, I collect Street Fighter figures. I collect what I call Ladies of Fighting Game figures as well, and this fit into both brackets. So £14.99 for that little device. This was then £9.66. Got me free delivery. So essentially, I kind of bought this for £4 something. So nice to add this to my little display collection. As I say, displaying stuff in my gaming area is what I like to do with gaming related stuff. As I say, Street Fighter items, Ladies of Fighting Games, and this is the first Lady of Fighting Games, isn't it? I needed this. I mean, I've got a Nina Williams, I've got a Katana from Mortal Kombat. and I just had to have Chun-Li alongside those two. I really did. So I exactly why I bought this. Now, box come through a little bit beaten up, but I'm an out-of-the-box displaying kind of person. So I'll tell you what, let's have a little unboxing of it and have a little look at the detail a little bit closer, if indeed she'll come out easy enough, which she has done. And hopefully the figure will pop out. Oh, practically fell out without too much fuss there. So let's pop her here, because normally these come with a little stand. It does. Let's do that off cam, because they can be a little bit tricky. There we go. We've popped that out. There's our little stand. We've got a little one lug there, so there should be a hole in one of her feet to locate that on. Let's have a look. There we go. So let's quickly pop her on there, hopefully with minimal fuss. There we go. And there she is. And that is a fantastically detailed figure. Now, there were a couple of variants of her, but the other variant was the other colour, obviously, you know, for two-player mode, or if you press the right buttons, I suppose, on the character select screen, you'll get her in that red sort of pinky one. But obviously, I wanted the default. I wanted the classic Chun-Li blue in her original gear, and that's exactly what this is. And there it is. It's looking absolutely spot on with the yellow edging and swirls there, and I've noticed she's got her little spiky bracelets on there, earrings and all, and of course the headband tassels, whatever their proper name is, I don't know, but they look absolutely beautiful. And front, but all the detail, yeah, no detail has been spared there. The back is absolutely perfect as well. So yep, she'll go alongside Neely Williams and Katana in the display area of my females of fighting games figures. And rather than just discard her to one side, I'm going to pop her over there and have her as a little bit of a co-host. There you go. Stay on your feet, chunners. Okay, so on to the gifts that I've, as I say, very, been humbled by to receive. And I've already mentioned it once. I've got a couple of things from Retroredsteve. Now, he contacted me about this item here, because he knows I'm going for the full power Xbox 360 set, and said, do you see this as a game? I mean, it's not a full-on standard release game, but it is a game as of such, and I was very interested in owning this as a nice little quirky piece to my collection. It is Hitman Sniper Challenge, as I said on there, but it was a pre-order bonus with the Hitman game. I've just noticed that it's actually Hitman Absolution, so a pre-order bonus that you get with that game only. And I say it's a lovely quirky little piece. Obviously it's in a box, exactly the style of an Xbox 360 case. Yes, it's a lot slimmer, but we've still got Hitman Sniper Challenge there written on the spine, but still got the Xbox 360 block at the top. And the back is, again, is as if you're buying an Xbox 360 game, even though it's a pre-order bonus which was free with Hitman Absolution. But it's an absolutely cool piece. It's going to go on the shelves with all the other games, and it's so cool. I mean, it is just the DLC code, but they've gone to the trouble of putting it on a paper disc with a scratch panel to give it your proper authentic sort of inside of a case thing as well. Even clips there to hang a manual should there have been one, but obviously there isn't. This is complete. This is exactly as it was come, and it's just an absolutely fantastic little piece. I absolutely love it, Steve. So thank you very much to Retroredsteve for that. That was what I knew was coming. But the cheeky little devil put something else in there for me, and absolutely pleased that he did. And that is a copy of V-Rally 3 for the PlayStation 2. Now, I'd watched, I think, Steve do a video on this, or certainly another rally game, and we were speaking about V-Rally games. Now, I played V-Rally 1 and 2 on the PlayStation 1, but I just mentioned to him that I'd never played V-Rally 3, and that it'd be interesting to try someday. He never told me he had a copy of it, never told me he was going to send it to me, just sent it to me off his own back, and that is honestly a great gesture, and I'm absolutely really pleased with this, mate. Honestly, thank you so much. As I say, I just said I'd never tried V-Rally 3. It'd be interesting to try on, obviously, on a later console than I'm used to playing, because I've only played V-Rally 1 and 2 on the PlayStation 1. So it'd be really cool to give this a go. So yeah, it is fully complete. Everything's in there. So honestly, really a nice surprise at this turn up, and I will feature this in a Never Have I Ever in the future, where I play a game that I've never played before, because I've never played this V-Rally game before. So yeah, super pleased with that, Steve. Thank you so much. Steve has got an absolutely great little channel. It's a fantastic channel. I will put a link to his channel in the description below, so please do check out his channel, have a look at some of his content, and please drop him a sub as well. He's a top bloke. So yeah, please check out Retroredsteve. And again, mate, thanks for the gifts. Now, next up I have is a couple of items from the Nameless Gamer. Now, he doesn't do content, but he's very active in the YouTube community and very active in the comments section of YouTube as well. So what has the Nameless Gamer sent us? Well, he's a little bit of a an admirer of my 5 random pack series. He enjoys watching those. So this isn't actually the first time he's donated packs to that series. It's actually the second time. The first time he donated 8. I thanked him in a video within that series. But I thought, seeing as I'm showing a game shortly that he's going to, or that he has gifted to me, that I would also share the fact that he's donated 3 more packs to my series 5 random packs. So we've got Close Encounters of the Third Kind movie photo cards. We've actually got a gaming one as well there in the Nintendo official album stickers. Now, I've seen some of these opened up before, so it'll be very interesting for myself to open up some of these and see what we get. And the very brightly coloured Toxic Crusaders as well. So it's really awesome of the Nameless Gamer to actually donate even more packs to the series. You know, I'm touched that he's enjoying the series alone, let alone actually wanting to donate packs to it as well. So that is awesome. He also had a box full of trading cards that were already opened. Now, there were 3 sets in there. One of them really caught my eye, and that is because I am a massive wrestling fan. I enjoy the wrestling certainly from very late 80s to throughout the 90s and especially early 2000s. So when I saw this stack of WCW cards from the early 90s and he said free to a good home, you know, anybody that wants it, I was all over it. And from what he's told me, I do believe that this is a near-on full set. There is apparently only 1 or 2 cards missing from it. And that is just, again, that is just amazing. So, I mean, I've done a flick-through video of some Pro Set football cards I have. So I might do a flick-through of these. I haven't really gone through them in full at all. So yeah, it'll be an interesting little video to make, I think. So I'm going to be doing that. So we'll just jump in at a couple of stages. There we go. Ric Flair, the Nature Boy. Couldn't have hit a bigger star there. Who we got there? Terry Taylor. We have Tommy Rich, I think that he said. Into some red cards. The Steiner Brothers, or one of the Steiner Brothers there. We've got the Fabulous Freebirds, very famous tag team. It looks like the red ones are tag teams, I'm guessing. Southern Boys, yep. And then what's the first green one? Let's have a look at that. Teddy Long. Look at Teddy Long, looking very young there. We've got Missy Hyatt. There you go, a bit of eye candy there. She's with Jim Ross. And there we go, a couple of checklist cards there at the end. So yeah, apparently only 2 cards are missing, and that is just amazing that you've given us a near full set there, Mr. Nameless Gamer. Thank you so much. So anyway, let's pop those aside because otherwise they're going to go everywhere. Let's move them aside as well, and we'll show you the game that you got us. Many people know that I'm going for a full set of these PlayStation Platinums. And I believe he had one turn up in a bundle that he bought, and he's very kindly given us Mr. Hawk's skateboarding there. And of course, it's going in the collection. It has to be complete, and it is, and it's in fantastic condition as well. And I believe this is platinum number 76 that I have now got, and they do look all beautiful lined up together. So thank you to the Nameless Gamer for some packs to open for me series. They'll go into me box for that. The stack of wrestling cards, which are pure nostalgia to me because they are from my era. Absolutely love them. And again, another game into the Platinum Collection is always appreciated, and it's the first of the Tony Hawk's games. I think all of the Tony Hawk's games on the PS1 went Platinum, so I've got my first one of those. Now the next gift is one that left me speechless, absolutely blew my mind, and that is from the extremely generous Beth Bear. And this is it. We have my first ever Japanese Sega Saturn game, and it is the legendary X-Men vs Street Fighter. And I say legendary because I absolutely adore this game. I played it so much in the arcades. This game also has a very personal reason as to why it means so much to me. She didn't actually know that when she gifted this to me, but basically the story goes, there were a few of us in an Xbox Live party one night, a few of us tubers, and talking amongst each other, having just having a bit of laugh and a bit of joke while we're playing games and things like that. But anyway, whilst we was on there, a Facebook group, which I am now a member of or follower of, the well-known within the community Japanese/Scottish Alan, put up some posts of some new games that he had come into stock, and we was all looking at them, going through them, and I noticed this, and I saw that, and I said, I want to Saturn one day, and I absolutely love that game. It's absolutely amazing. It's brilliant. I went on to explain why I loved it so much, and with that, a little ping comes on my phone, and I get a screenshot of the legendary Beth Bear replying to Alan saying, "I will take that." And then she told me she already had it. And with that, I said, "What have you done?" And then she told me that she'd ordered it for me, and that she was going to gift it to me. And I was quite literally left speechless. There was a long pause, and I was left speechless. And 2 weeks later, it turned up, and I mean, just look at it. The artwork of it is amazing. The condition is unreal. Everything is in there. There's your cart at the back there to plug into the back. Look at that, and there is the disc. I tell you what, get the disc out because the disc is fantastic as well. The disc is in mint condition. Let's just move this to one side. We'll put everything back together after the video. But there we go. The disc is in mint condition as well, and everything again is just in there. Everything is in mint condition, and just kudos. Look at the disc art as well. Japanese art, both box and disc, is just absolutely fantastic. And honestly, Beth, I cannot thank you enough for this. This truly has blown my mind with the generosity that you have shown here. Honestly, struggling for words now as well. Just look at that artwork. It is beautiful. I love it. It is brilliant. Thank you so much. As I say, it's proudly being displayed. It literally has its own sort of cubby hole in my units that is displaying everything. And I'm honestly so pleased to have this, and it will get played one day. As I say, I'm looking into Sega Saturns. I'm looking at a modded Power one which will play every region. If not, I'll be looking to get a Japanese one that obviously I'll get the step down converter for and then be able to play. It will get played one day, but until that one day happens, it will always be on display as well. As I say, this game means a lot to me as well, and this is one of the kindest things anybody has ever done to me, has done for me. So thank you so much, Beth. Honestly, if you don't know Beth's channel and you love a pickup, you love live car boot sale footage, you need to check out her channel. Link for her channel in the description below as well. And thank you for an item which I absolutely adore. Again, thank you. I can't stop saying thank you just because I can't say it enough. Anyway, the last item needs a bit of room because it's a mini console. So, although thank you for your co-hosting, Chun, but we may have to move you out the way because we'll probably send you flying otherwise. So, what is the mini console? Here it comes, and this has a little story behind it as well. Yes, I've gone and got me a PC Engine Mini. Now, as many of you know, this was an Amazon exclusive. It was on Amazon for not very long. When it went up for sale, it sold out in no time at all. Once it popped back into stock and sold out in no time at all. And I must admit, I've never really been interested in getting an actual PC Engine or collecting for the PC Engine, but I know how good the games are. But hearing people talk about it and how good they are has influenced me into certainly wanting to try it, but I've not really got the finances to delve into buying the system and then collecting for it. So this is a perfect solution for me. It gives me the chance to try it. Many a great game, honestly. We'll flip it around a minute, show you the games that are on here, and obviously sampling them and just getting some PC Engine experience. I say I've been heavily influenced by the community and people that I know in the community and that are my friends as well. So the story goes, it basically turned up on Amazon one day. For some reason that day, I decided to then sort of add it to a favourite in case it ever came back into stock, because they're that popular. They might make more of them and they may come back into stock. Anyway, favourited it, and lo and behold, 6 hours later, the same day, a little notification come up saying an item that you have in your wish list has come back into stock. And with that, I shot on there, and it was limited remaining. I didn't have the money for it, so I phoned up some family members who still owed me a present for a birthday that was a month ago, because there was nothing I wanted. I said, just hold off until something turns up I wanted. And luckily enough, they picked up, they went straight onto Amazon, they ordered it, and there was a nervous wait for 5 minutes or so until the confirmation email came through, and it did. We got one, and it was amazing. And as I say, it's just perfect for someone like me to try some of these games. I mean, there's 32 PC Engine games, I think 25 TurboGrafx 16 games, making 57 in total, making a hell of a lot. I don't think it's the most on a Mini, but it's a lot more than most. I think the Commodore 64 one has more than this, but there's not many that have more. But this has an absolute ton of them on. And look at all those games. I cannot wait to try the PC Engine games there. Just look at some of them. Just look at some. Wow, Salamander, Gradius, a lot of shmups on here. I definitely want to try the shmups. Super Darius, Gallagher 88, Fantasy Zone, so many on there. I noticed there's Bomberman 94 and then next to Bomberman Panic Bomber. I'm a huge Bomberman fan, so really looking forward to trying that. And then you look at some of the Turbo Graphics game. We've got another Bomberman down there, Bomberman 93. We have got some other shmups on there. R-Type, who doesn't love a bit of R-Type? And then down here you've got the Space Harrier, which is a retro game I'd certainly love to revive and play again. Next to absolute awesome game that is Splatterhouse. So I'm so pleased to have this, and I'll say I know that it was like £81 something as well, and these are hugely popular at the moment, and they're just always going to be sought after. Not that I'd ever consider selling it. So with that, I've never opened this as well. This is absolutely a proper fresh unboxing for me. So I know loads of people have unboxed these on channels, but you know, I'm going to unbox it. Let's have a look at this. How easy is it going to come out? There we go. Put that box aside, keep that nice and neat as well, because it will be out and set up, but we will be playing this very soon. Instruction manual there, nice and crisp. Loving that, absolutely loving that. Pop that on the box, and here we go at the front. We've got the controller here, all baggied up, nice and looking. So we might as well take this out, because as soon as I've unboxed this, I'm going to set this up and get this ready to go. Loving that. Look at that. Absolutely, look at that. Brilliant. Love that. Pop that down there. We've got a what's that? We've got a USB cable there to micro USB. So I'm guessing that might be something to do with powering it up. And there we go. That is the console. Let's save the console to last, as it's the main thing. We've got what under there must be a HDMI cable. So yeah, we need to power it up using that USB cable. Clearly that is absolutely everything. So that's the shell of the box, which will pop back into the box with the instructions and all the baggies in a minute. But here is the mini console itself. There we go. Look at that. Isn't that just beautiful? So there, what can we use as a size comparison for that? Let's bring back the DVD case from the Hitman. So that is a standard size DVD case, and that is how big the PC Engine Mini is. And there we go. So that's where the controller is. It comes with one controller, but we've got a port for two, so you can buy a second and have some two-player action should you wish. There is your power switch, I assume. Oh, loving that. It even comes across there as if it was to hold in a PC Engine card. Look at that. Although there's no slot for one, obviously. But yeah, nice little touch though. Nice little touch indeed. Loving that. Absolutely beautiful little item. So yes, very, very pleased to be owner now of a PC Engine Mini, and to be able to just experience some of those games that were on the box. There was loads on the back of that box. I literally only scratched the surface of what jumped out to me straight away. But very much looking forward to having a go of the PC Engine Mini and hooking this up and trying some of those games out. So ladies and gentlemen, that has been an amazing pickups video for me to do, just because of showing off the generosity that I've been shared, the fact that I've got myself a little PC Engine Mini. Honestly, I am so honestly touched and blessed by what the fellow YouTubers in the community have done for me, what the Nameless Gamer has got us, what Retroredsteve has got us, and for me, Beth has gone above and beyond generosity in what she has got for me. But honestly, she had me stuck for words. Can't thank her enough. So with that, ladies and gentlemen, that is it for this pickups video. Just again, thank you to everyone that bought me a gift. Thank you to everyone that has watched. Please do show some love to those people that have been generous and check their channels out and drop them a sub if you haven't done so already. Ladies and gentlemen, it is finally time for me to wrap this video up and say thank you indeed very much for watching. And as always, please do take care.